feels to be on the breadline, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I don't need help for myself, but Lord, that's my request. Help me to help somebody. I want to help the poor and the needy. I want to protect the weak from the strong. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be selfish, Lord. That's my request. Please help me to help somebody. The rich man never look back. On the door to his heart there is a padlock. With Mr. Greed in front the door, making sure there is no entrance for the poor. If I were rich, I would have done lots of nice things.
Good morning to the listeners of Beyond the Badge program. I am your host, Women Police Constable 73 Toussaint. And with me today, as guests, we have with us Constable Maras, who will be talking with us about fitness and wellness. Constable Maras, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and good morning to all the listeners of Real FM.
All right, so Constable Maras, we'll be going straight into it. Tell us, what inspired you to get involved with physical fitness and wellness?
Well, basically, I've always been involved in sporting activities. Since joining the Royal Grenada Police Force in 2000, I've always been a part of the SSU. That's where I was based. So I was always been an instructor there. So physical fitness is something that I love. So I always take part in it. And that inspired me to take part in or introduce a physical fitness training. So that's what helps me to keep going on that journey.
Lovely, lovely. And I know that there are times when I'll pass by and I'll see you be engaged with persons. Sometimes I see you on the road. Sometimes I see you in St. Rose. Is there anything special that's occurring there?
Well, yes. At the Western Fitness Corp, we have a fitness club, and the exercise takes place at St. Rose Modern Secondary School from 5 p.m. from Mondays to Thursdays. So every evening we would gather there with members of the community, of Guelph community and surrounding areas, and we engage in different physical activities from 5 p.m.
Wonderful. And is there a theme for the fitness and wellness sessions?
Well, we have a theme. It says more sweat, less stress. So the more you sweat, the more less stress you will have. So that's our team. That's what we work by. More sweat, less stress.
All right. And I know you touched on, the time and the days for the listeners, but what about the workouts? What type of workouts do you teach at the fitness session?
Right. So at the fitness class, we have a variety of workout that we do, which range from, we do cardio exercises, we do strength and muscle endurance. We also do ab workouts, where we, on a special evening, we will come with our mats and our weights, and we will engage in the core and in the abs, which is one of the favorites the club has more ladies in it. So, the ladies want their stomach looking flat. So that is one of the exercises that the persons are really interested in, to break down on the belly, on the stomach. So we do that as well. And another exercise that we engage in, which is one of the favorite also, is exercise that we refer to as dance exercise, where we use our local music, soca music, techno music, we are working out, but we are using music to work out, which is very fun. And you don't stop there. We go ahead and do other fun games and exercise. So we'll play games like netball, and so on. Engage in different physical games that we do from time to time.
All right. So is it indoor and outdoor training? So do you step out of the school premises, the compound, to conduct your fitness out there as well?
Right, yes. So the fitness mainly is conducted at the St. Rose School Ground, as I mentioned earlier.
Right.
However, we have the Cuthbert Peters Park, which is not too far from St. Rose School. So we engage in, yes, in outdoor activities. So we'll go there and do cardio workouts. We'll do workouts like circuits. We'll do running on the tracks and so on. And there's also a basketball court where we will engage in our netball activities and fun games and so on. So we do outdoor activities apart from working out at the St. Rose School.
Perfect, perfect. Now, I know you just mentioned that the majority of the clients are females, but is there a particular gender, or is there a particular age group that the fitness sessions is tailored to? Or is it available to everyone, the general public?
Well, the fitness club, yes, is available to the general public, but mainly adults. We persons bring their children along, like young children along, to join them. But we encourage to have more males because yes, the fitness club is dominated by females for some other reason. But we have a few males, but we is dominated by females. We are encouraging persons to like males to come on board because fitness is not only for females. Males can involve the exercise that we do is good enough for male to partake. So we would like for more males to see more males coming out and exercise as well.
Right, and I agree, and it's somewhat disappointing because I know that they always the that particular field, sportsmanship and sports is usually dominated by males, but I think it would be nice indeed to have more males engage in the females there as well, because it could be a form of inspiration and encouragement for the females.
Certainly, certainly.
Now, what about the cost? Is there a cost to participate in the fitness and wellness class?
Well, the cost is very affordable, yeah, because we have basically a contribution of $20. That will be for the month. Yeah, it's not for a session, so you'll be getting all of the workouts that I have mentioned earlier on previously. You'll be because we work out for Monday to Thursday, 4 days a week, and you only pay a contribution of $20. Right?
All right. Now, as it relates to sponsorships, when it comes to sponsorship, sorry, and branding, are there T-shirts available for purchase, and are there sponsors on board?
Well, as it stands now, we don't have a sponsorship on board per se, but however, we have T-shirts. The club is fitted with two T-shirts, two color, I must say, orange and a gray T-shirt. So the T-shirt is purchased by the participants at a cost of $30 per T-shirt. Now on the T-shirt, the front of the T-shirt is Western Cops Fitness Club. That's the writing to the front, and to the back we have our team, as I mentioned earlier, most sweat, less stress.
All right, perfect. And where can the T-shirts be purchased?
So once you join the fitness club, we have the T-shirt for on sale. So we purchase the T-shirts, and persons who participate, they would get the T-shirts from us. Once you join the club, you will be fitted with a T-shirt. We want to encourage that because it's a fitness club. We want uniformity. So persons who join, they purchase a T-shirt so that when we're going out on the road or when we have our session, everybody look uniform.
And Constable Mars, where can persons get enrolled? I know you said that once persons join, they'll be given the T-shirts, but where can they be enrolled?
So the Western Cops Fitness Club is run by the Guave police station, officers at the Guave police station. So persons can come to the police station and they would get their T-shirts there. On evening time, you can come directly to the Central School from 5 p.m. and you can sign up. You don't have to pay anything to sign up. You just come any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. You come to the station or you come to the Central's school grounds from 5 p.m. and then you start workout.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Lovely. There you have it. And just in the event that persons want to get a contact number, they cannot come in person and they want to be given a means of communication in terms of contacting you. Is there a number you can provide?
Yes, you can call 534 9674. 534 9674. That's the contact number.
All right. And that's 534
9674.
74. All right, lovely. Now, earlier you hinted that there are, you would do the cardio workouts, ab workouts. Are there usually equipments available? Will persons need to bring any particular equipment?
Right. So the workout is geared to target different body parts. So we would have a days, especially on a Wednesdays when I do cardio, I do ab workout, so with weights. So I encourage persons to bring the dumbbells. They will work with their mats. So this is basically the two equipments apart from the cardio exercise that we use. We use dumbbells and we use the mats. So the dumbbells is used for strength workout, to do an upper body workout and so on. And if you don't have dumbbells, sometimes we improvise. So I would, persons will fill up bottles of sand. They have this big Glenelg bottle of sand, and we use that as a form of workout. Use that as an equipment to work out.
Right, and it's pretty sturdy because I myself utilized it as well, and I know it actually does wonders on the body parts.
Yes,
definitely
it does.
Keeps you toned.
It does.
All right, so let's pause for a short break, and we'll be back shortly with the Beyond the Badge program.
They say the business bad, there are other people's business at worse. They complaining things are hard, other people who are harder than hard. Oh, how I wish people's life would just switch around from poor to being rich and rich to being poor, cause most of them never know how life stinks down below. They never take time off to see how it feels to be on the breadline, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I don't want need help for myself, but Lord, that's my request. Help me to help somebody. I want to help the poor and the needy. I want to protect the weak from the strong. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be selfish, Lord. That's my request. Please help me to help somebody. The rich man never look back. On the door to his heart there is a padlock. With Mr. Green in front the door, making sure there is no entrance for the poor. If I were rich, I would have done lots of nice things. The hurricanes we had, I would fix for people's yard. These are the people who need the most attention. I never take a rest until I know that they find some happiness, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I cannot let my people perish, Lord. That's my request. Help me to help somebody. It's not easy when you ain't got that money. You you have no way to sleep and you got nothing to eat. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be liquid, Lord. That's my request. Please help me to help somebody. Poor people are vulnerable. Most of us have been used and abused. To survive and stay alive, we have to face now torture and scorn. If only rich people would get a taste of poverty, then they will see the reason for charity. Cause the cry of the poor is not only words, no action. Don't look up on his face, you will see poverty and lacking the best of me.
All right, listeners and viewers, we are back. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Beyond the Badge program. And once again, I am Woman Police Constable 73 Saint. And with me this morning, we have Constable Maras, who will be speaking with us as relates to fitness and wellness. Now, he just explained to us where the fitness programs and sessions are held. He provided the contact information and he gave us a little introduction about himself. But Constable Maras, when it comes to participants, how do you ensure that the clients or the participants are correctly performing the exercises?
Well, this is very important because we want persons to be doing the exercise correctly. So before each exercise is being given, I will demonstrate the exercise, make sure that they understand what they have to do, and I will go around while the exercise is being done. Myself and other instructors who are not here, Constable Warren and other officers in the station, will pass around and ensure that persons are doing the exercise correctly, because it's very important to avoid injury or to avoid any other health issues that persons do the exercise correctly. I also, after each session, I would give feedbacks to person, tell them how I think they perform, how I think they should be doing, and so on. Ask persons if there are any issue, any problem as it relates to the exercise that was done, if they have any challenges, any pain, and so I would speak to them and give feedback, because keeping in mind that every persons have different limitations, persons have different ability. So sometimes the exercise that might be easy for you might be very difficult for me. So in order to keep everybody participating, what I also do is that I also give the workout to do, and there is also a modification. So for example, let me give you an example. If we are doing push-ups on our hands and there is persons in the club who are over 50, so they may do the push-up, but I might tell them to go on their knees. So they go on their knees and they do the push-up. So everybody is walking, but there's always a modification of the exercise that I do to fit everyone, make sure that everyone doing the workouts.
Perfect. And to our viewers and listeners, can you explain or delve into why the physical fitness is beneficial to the public? Now, I know you just spoke about the importance of it. I know you also hinted on the reasons why you will engage persons, which is very important to prevent injury and to also receive feedback. But tell us, why is physical fitness beneficial to the public?
Well, those who are listening, for all our listeners out there, physical fitness is very beneficial, very, very beneficial to persons, because we know that physical fitness, they say, cure all diseases. We have a lot of chronic diseases out there now, and one of the ways to combat those diseases is by engaging in physical activities. So it's very important that you involve in physical activities. Now, you also have persons might say, well, I don't need to lose any weight because I'm not fat or I'm not big, I'm slim. But physical fitness is not only for persons who have weight, is well-being, is your well-being, is to maintain a body weight, is to keep fit, so you engage in physical fitness. Another thing that physical fitness is beneficial for, people have a lot walk around a lot of stress, stress disorder, and physical fitness relieves stress. You go by the doctor and the doctor will tell persons, well, you need to exercise, so because exercising helps clear your mind, help relieve your stress, and so you have stress, you come and you exercise, that will help relieve it. So physical fitness is very beneficial to persons, and persons must, in whatever way you can do physical fitness, persons must try their best to get engaged in some form of physical fitness because it's very beneficial to all.
All right. And for persons who may not be able to attend the fitness sessions, what are some simple exercises that can be done at home to ensure that they continue to put importance and put fitness at the forefront and not necessarily at the back burner?
Right. So that's a very good question because a lot of people would say from time to time they don't have time. I speak to person and encourage them. I want to encourage the listeners out there to engage in physical fitness, but people will say they don't have time. But there is, as you rightly asked the question about home, you can do your fitness at home. So before you go to the shower on a mornings or on a evenings, you could do some basic exercises. Yeah, so you could be running on the spot, you could do some jumping jacks, you could lie flat on your back, and some persons might want the stomach go down a bit as we do in classes. So you lift your legs 6 inches above the ground, up and down, put some pressure on your stomach. So those things, those little activities could help. You could go and walk. You may not have time, but you may drop from your buses and you may walk home instead of taking the bus to go all the way home. You may drop and walk, because you have to get home for a particular time, so you may not able to come to class. But what you can do to involve yourself in physical fitness at home, at small authorities, it could go a long way. It don't take a long time. You could just take a half an hour, or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and do some of the exercises. There is a lot of exercises out there. You could go on YouTube. You could sometimes the fitness club, what we post on Facebook, what we do on my page, Kerry Maras. So you will see some of the exercise that we do at the fitness club.
All right. Again, and that Facebook handle, it's Kerry Maras.
Yes.
All right. Can you just clarify the correct spelling of that for
Yeah.
us?
KerryMarrast.
All right. And that's your Facebook handle.
Yes.
All right. Now, when it comes to fitness and wellness, is there a link to one's cognitive functions?
Is there
A link to one's cognitive functions? So the way in which they behave, or in the way in which they would address things.
Well, yes, fitness will open your mind. Fitness will help you think clearer. Because I will give a personal experience where I was going through some stress. And I went by a counselor, and one of the things he asked me to do was to engage in fitness. I mean, I always was engaged in fitness because beside workout, I play football, I referee football games. So the counselor was telling me that I should involve in fitness because it helps clear your mind. As we said earlier, it helps relieve your stress. It helps you think better. It helps you think clearer. Even persons who go to school who is studying, and so physical fitness does those things. It's open up your mind, help you think clearer, and it give you a sense of well-being. Once it make you feel good about yourself once you're doing physical fitness.
Definitely. Yes? And I can attest to that in terms of helping with the alertness when it comes to schooling, improving my confidence,
Right.
For us females, our stomach is a big thing. Yeah, once we ensure that our stomach is flat, we believe that that's everything.
Right.
So for me, I could definitely attest to that as well. All right. And what about the rest and recovery? How do you incorporate rest and recovery into your fitness routine?
Well, it's very important. Rest and recovery is very, because as you said earlier on, we're talking about physical fitness and wellness. So wellness is how you go about treating your body. So you cannot always working out or doing physical fitness. Rest and diet is important. So the recovery part, as I said earlier, we work out from Monday to Thursday. So we have rest. So we don't have any workout on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we return on Monday. So during the workout sessions now, we also have breaks between workouts, right? So we'll do our warm-ups, then we'll go into the physical activity, but every 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 20 seconds or so, we give rest. So you'll do workouts, rest, and go back. So we don't work out all the way for the whole hour. I'm point to note that the workout is just for about an hour. We start at 5 p.m., we end at 6 p.m. But during the workout time, we do take rest and recovery because that is very important for the body.
All right, and what about nutrition? How important is nutrition when it comes to physical fitness and wellness?
Physical fitness and nutrition go hand in hand. It's very important. And that's where the wellness comes in. Physical fitness is the exercise and the physical activities, but the wellness is what do you eat, your nutrition, what do you your intake. So person must try to drink a lot of water, use a lot of foods that are less in calories. So you will want to stay away, not telling people they cannot eat KFC and fried chicken and oil and so, but if you want to lose weight, you need to have a strict diet, drink more water, use more vegetables, fruits, and so on. So that will help you to intake less calories. So you need to burn more calories and intake less calories. So then you will lose weight. So
Right.
that is very important.
Right, and of course, fruits very important as
Fruits
well.
is very
Right,
important.
water content is pretty high, so it's definitely important that you get those included in your meal preps as well.
Certainly.
All right, and how do you encourage participants when they're not seeing immediate results? Because I know some persons they expect to start a fitness session and see results by, as you said, it starts 5 by 5:30. I want to see some of my belly fat going down. How do you encourage clients when they're actually not seeing immediate results or progress in their fitness journey?
Right. So fitness training and getting what you want I have a favorite quote that I use. Fitness is a destination. Fitness is not a destination. It's a way of life. So it don't happen automatic like magic. Like some people will come and say, instructor, I don't need to lose nothing. All I need to lose is my belly. I want my belly to get flat. So in order for that to happen, you have to put in the work, put in the ab work. But it takes time. You got to be patient. You got to put in the work to that particular body part that you will want to break down or to see look better. It takes a period of time to work out. So it don't happen instantly. So my job as the instructor is to encourage persons to keep working out, keep working at it, keep going at it. And sometimes, especially as I must mention, the club has a high percentage of female. So that's one of their goal, to break down on the stomach. But mind you, ab workout is one of the hardest workout to do. You will feel a lot of cramps and pain in the stomach because you have to contract. I have to do exercises that will contract the stomach. So it's not an easy workout. So persons will want it happen, but sometimes to do the hard work, they are kind of easy and reluctant to do it. But it takes times. So persons might say, I don't find my belly going down. So I'll encourage them to keep on walking, as we speak earlier about the diet, encourage them to eat the right things, stay away from foods that are high in calories. And once you keep on, consistency is a next thing. You talk about person might come today and tomorrow they just want instant. And if they find the workout is not doing nothing for them, they will stop. But you got to be consistent. We work out 4 times a week, at least 3 times a week. You should be there, doing the exercise. So consistency is key.
All right. And what advice will you give to someone who's hesitant? So the person is not part of a fitness journey. They have chronic disease, or maybe they're just tired, or maybe they don't feel encouraged because of the way in which they look. What advice will you give to someone who's reluctant in terms of getting involved with physical fitness?
Right. So I'll advise them that physical fitness is a good form, or is a good way of getting yourself involved, or getting yourself physically fit, or getting rid of a lot of the problems that you have. We discussed earlier on that physical fitness is helps in chronic diseases. So some persons might feel they may not strong enough, or they may not have the zeal to come out and work out. But the hardest thing is to start. Once you come out and you start, your body will feel pain, but you gotta keep going on. Keep coming, and then after a short period of time, you will be able to do the exercises, and you will feel better about yourself. But you have to start. So I encourage people that from time to time to come out and work out, join the fitness club. Yeah, it's very important.
All right, now it's just about time for us to wrap up. But before we do that, is there anything you'd like to inform the public about? Anything you'd like to share as relates to fitness?
Right. I must mention that the fitness club is started because of the collaboration that the police want to have with the public. So it's not just about fitness. It's a community policing initiative, community outreach program. So the Western Cops, as we are called, Western Cop Fitness Club, we go out there and join with the public in the form of fitness to help the public, form that bond with the public through fitness. So it's very important that persons out there come out and join us from time to time. We don't only do fitness. The fitness club, as part of the club, we will engage in other social activities. So persons will come together apart from working out and do socials. We may go on a hike. The fitness club is also, we register as a group. There's the Pump It Up Walk, which will be coming up soon. We'll be registering as a group, as a community group, and we'll be taking part in this event here, this exercise walk, which will be on May 4th. So beside working out, we partner with, as we know that the executive are the force, the commissioner and the executive, they have the way the force is going now is community outreach and community policing. So we see the fitness club as a way of reaching out to the community in Guav and surrounding areas. So it's very important that we continue with that program.
All right, lovely. And just before we leave, can you also can you one more time share the social media handle as to where persons can tune in to the fitness sessions, and provide the contact information as to where persons can get in contact with you?
Right. So what I normally does is that every time we do a fitness class, I will post it on my page, my Facebook page, which is Kerry Maras. I'll post it on YouTube, so persons can see the workouts that we do and what the clubs is engaging. I just want to encourage persons out there who are willing or wishing to join. They can come into the police station, or you can come on an evening times from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday from 5 p.m. And you don't have to register or pay to join. You can just come in at any one of the days and join the fitness club. Just to reiterate, we engage in different physical activities. Some persons might think Some persons might think that they may not be fit enough to join. So what is done is that sometimes we walk in groups. So persons who thinks that they are not physically fit enough will walk with you. There is different age range in the group. So we work with the faster persons, we work with the slower persons. So everyone is able to participate, you know. So you may be slow, but we take our time and we work with you. So the fitness club is for all age group. So I want to encourage persons out there who are listening to join the Western Cops Fitness Club, which takes place in the St. Rose Modern Secondary School from 5 p.m.
All right. And one other concern in terms of the warm ups and the cool downs, persons are engaged in that as well before they start the workouts and before at the conclusion of the workouts, right?
Right. So before I start any physical exercise, we will first warm up. So the fitness class is done in phases, and the first phase is the warm up, because we don't just go into the activity, because you need to warm up the body, make sure that the body is ready to take on the workout that we are about to do. After we warm up, we'll do our stretches. So we'll stretch your body from systematically from head right down to your toe, or from your foot right up to your head. So once that is done, we warm up and we do a proper stretch. Then we go into the main activity, whether it's cardio workout, whether it's strength workout, whether it's dance exercise, or whether it's the ab workout. After the main workout has been concluded or finished, then we have what we will consider to be the warm down or the cool down, you know, where we will warm down the body again, do a final stretch, and then break off. Because that part of it, especially the stretching, is very important, because we're preparing the body for the next phase, the next day. So we stretch down and make sure that person's body is properly stretched. So when they come the next day, they wouldn't be stiff or wouldn't be tight, and they could continue working out. So this part is very important. Just in addition, during the workout session, we also do a stretch. There's a whole workout that we can do just stretching, you know, because persons from time to time will talk about their bodies tight and they would need to stretch. So I also do a session with only stretching, so that person's body will feel more relaxed, right? Yes.
And for the listeners and viewers, any final tips as relates to effective exercises that can be used targeting the losing body fat, the belly fat in particular?
Right. So one of the most effective, we was proven one of the most effective workouts now is cardio workout, right? So cardio workout could involve running, dance exercise, and those types of movements exercise. But when you're doing cardio, you may not only lose belly fat, you may lose weight in other areas,
Right.
because the whole body is being engaged. That's why we do tone up exercise, and we have days where we do ab specialized days, where we do, like on our Wednesdays, as I mentioned before, we will do ab session where we target the abs only, right? So that's why I mentioned before, some persons who would want to see their the belly reduce, that day they will take a extra effort in working out, because we're targeting specifically the abs. Other days we will target the upper body. So beside the cardio exercise, where it's generally to lose weight, we target different body parts on different days. So persons now will be able to tone up the body. So that is what we do.
All right. What about senior citizens? Are there best practices or particular exercises that can be executed by them to stay active?
Yes, there is a few senior citizens in the fitness club, and as I mentioned, they may not be able to go and run, or they may be not able to do the strenuous physical exercise, but we provide different exercise for them that would suit their age group. So they would be doing the exercise, but in a lesser form, that the body could accommodate. So we do entertain persons of all ages. So you are not too old to come and exercise, because keeping in mind that chronic disease is not attack young or old or middle age. It attacks everyone, and fitness is one of the areas, or one of the tool we can use to combat those diseases. So we encourage even our senior citizen to come. For example, if we go in and run on a days where we have running and we have a couple senior citizen there, then we'll provide someone else will remain with them and do some exercise with them, because they may not able to go on the road and run and get back in time. So we'll have someone else, another instructor, another officer who may there to give them some other exercise, so they don't have to go out and run. So having said that, everyone is invited. So don't feel that you are too old, or you are too big, or you are too small to come out and work out. Everyone. So I'm encouraging everyone out there who need to exercise, please come out and join us at the Western Cape Fitness Club.
All right. And is there, because you spoke about, the senior citizens, someone being held back to stay with them as you do the outdoor running. Is there a benefit to running outdoors versus indoors, or indoors versus outdoors?
Well, running, I must mention, right? Persons don't like to run. A lot of people, they don't like running, but running is a form of cardio, because when you're running, remember, you are working out your entire body. So the benefits of running or fast walking is good, because you're not targeting one particular area. You are moving your hands, your legs, your stomach, your whole body is being active when you're doing that type of exercise, which is running or walking. So it's very important, even for senior citizens. They may not able to go on the road, but they can. If they home, you stand, you have a veranda, you can move. So you move around the veranda, you move up and down as slow or fast as you can, and moving your hands, and that is very healthy. That form of exercise is important. So I always said to person that it's not how much exercise you do. It's not how much you do, the amount you do, but the consistency, how often you do it.
All right. Is there any tips or ways persons with disabilities could still get engaged with physical fitness as well?
Yes, persons with disabilities can get involved in physical fitness. Yeah, because you may have a disability, and I must mention also that when persons come to the fitness club, one of the things that I would do is find out from them what are their health issues. So some person might have a knee problem. So I may do exercise that involves bending of your knees or running, and that person may have difficulty in performing certain exercise based on their physical limitation. So what we will do is that we will identify that person, and we will give them another form of exercise to do, right? So for example, we might be doing squats, and some persons may not able to do squats because they have a problem with the knees or the ankle. So they would engage now in some form of upper body workout, because we don't want to aggregate persons' injuries or make it worse. Persons are come there. So we have different exercises to fit everyone who may come into the fitness club.
All right. And Constable Mass, when it comes to fitness, how should a fitness routine be modified for pregnant women?
For pregnant
Pregnant
women.
women.
Well, Persons that are pregnant also the physical fitness, because the doctors will say that once you're pregnant you will be able to do physical fitness, but um the exercise will be modified. So as I said, if you're pregnant, you will not be able to do certain strenuous exercise, but you still need to exercise. So whether you have limitations or whether you are pregnant or so, the exercise will modify, you know. So there is always a modification to any of the exercise that we do. So it may not be strenuous to you, but we will try to make it as comfortable as possible so you're able to engage in fitness. The key here is being able to engage in fitness exercise.
All right. So as you mentioned earlier, that you would target the sessions based on persons who may have disabilities, who may have injuries, and just the same for senior citizens and for persons about for pregnant women.
Yes, that is so. So if we have, based on the numbers we have, so if we have 5 persons that have knee problems or 5 persons who cannot run and we are going out to run, as I said, we'll put them in a group. So we'll give them some other exercise to do. So that is why we will encourage persons out there to, even though you have limitations or you have a disability and you want to exercise or you know that there is a need for you to exercise, you can still join the fitness club because we will work with you.
All right. Now, are there any known injuries that persons may encounter whilst conducting physical activities, and how would you suggest they can be prevented?
Right. So yes, there are known injuries because we do a lot of jumping, we do a lot of bending of your knees and so. So one of the things I encourage persons to get is proper footwear, which is very important. Yeah. I see from time to time persons may come to work out with shoes that is not, so they will complain about the ankles and the toes and the knees, but you need to get a sneakers that is comfortable, that has cushion, that can take your weight. Yeah, that is important because if you don't have a proper sneakers and going and run, for example, or you engage in cardio movements exercise, it could affect your knees or affect your ankles. So one of the things that persons would like to do is to get a proper sneakers. And if you ask me why is a proper sneakers, it will be one that has cushion, the one that could take your weight, your body weight. You know, there is running shoes and there is casual shoes. So you don't want to come with a casual wear to go and run. You know, you try to get a sneakers, a running sneakers, which is comfortable. So you avoid any injuries.
All right. So getting proper sneakers is very important. What
Very
about
important.
would gloves be necessary, other equipments be necessary to ensure person safety as relates to physical fitness?
Well, as related to the physical fitness, apart from the sneakers, we, as I said, we use weights and so persons will come with the weight that they are comfortable with. So I would encourage persons to come. We use the 5 pound, 10 pound. As I said before, I allow persons to full the big bottle of sand. So if you're not comfortable with a big bottle, you come with a small one because we want you to work out with things that you are, something that you are comfortable with and not um, overbearing. So something that will cause you injury.
All right. So, folks, there you have it. We had Constable Maris with us from the Guelph Police Station as relates to physical fitness. His Facebook handle, as indicated, it's Kerry Maras, and that's Kerry Marrast. He can be contacted at 534-9674, and that's 534-9674. Now, before we leave, we'd also like to encourage persons to take part in the police recruitment exams. We are having that exams on Saturday, 29th March 2025, and it will be commencing at 9 a.m. Now, for persons in the St. George area, you can go to the Grenada Boys Secondary School. For persons that's located in St. Andrew Parish, you can go to St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, and there's also the St. Rose Modern Secondary School. Now, persons, be aware that you need to be between the ages of 19 and 35 years. Males, you are encouraged along with females, all right? Interested individuals should be at the venue by 7:30 a.m. for registration. And again, that's 7:30 a.m. for registration. We encourage you to walk with your valid picture ID, pens, pencils, erasers, and a light snack. Now, bearing in mind, electronic devices will not be allowed in the examination room. All right. And folks, again, once again, that's the police recruitment exams on Saturday, 29 March 2025. We appreciate the listeners and viewers out there on YouTube and our Facebook handle, along with the Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. We do encourage persons to stay abreast with the news, keep in touch with us at rgpf.gd. We also have our Facebook page where we provide information as relates to policing, so keep in contact with us out there as well. Thank you once again for your time, and we look forward to serving you next week, same time, same place.
They say the business bad, never other people's business at once. They complaining things are hard, other people who are harder than hard. Oh, how I wish people's life would just switch around from poor to being rich and rich to being poor.